Hello there and welcome to the first devlog of Death Elevator. In this video I will show you the process of how I make a full level. So let's begin. So first of all I'll start drawing the level in a paper. Okay, so that's how it looks like. And you'll probably say, oh, this level is way too simple, but you know what? In this game each level must be fast, so it has to be kind of simple. So now let's go inside Unreal Engine 4 and follow the sketch and make the geometry of the level. So now that I have the simple geometry, I'll just play around a bit, jump around, dash, and see if the level is kinda cool and fun. Now I'm going to place all the enemies of this level. So far I have two types of enemies, the shooter and the chaser. The chaser chases you and the shooter, well, you know. So now I'm also going to place the level starter, which is an elevator, by the way. And this teleports the player right to the elevator location and open the doors, and yeah, I'll explain everything later on. Okay, now I'm placing also the level ender. So it's visually very similar to the level starter, but it has different functions. Now, last but not least, the encounter manager. Now that I have placed all my enemies and weapons, level starter, level ender, I need to reference all of them in my encounter manager so that the combat can really work. And I'll explain all this system in just right now. So I just did a little diagram here to explain better how the system works. And basically you start on the level starter, that is this elevator, and the player is teleported right behind the door. When the door opens, the level starter calls the encounter manager and says, hey, the player is right here and the door just opened. And what the encounter manager does is, hey enemies, you should chase and shoot the player. Hey weapons, you need to spawn. I think there's not much to explain about the enemies, they simply start working and start charging at you and shooting you. But the level system, I think there is some details here that I can show you better. I have two weapons in this level, this one and this one also. My weapons has a selective random type. What it does is basically, this weapon, for example, it's displayed as a pistol, but actually when it spawns, it can be a machine gun or a sniper rifle. I made this system so I could control better what types of weapons fits better each situation. So in this case, you start right here, and I want to have a weapon right on the start of this level. So not right on the door of the elevator, but very close. And this level is kind of huge, so a sniper rifle would fit very well, so you can shoot enemies at distances. And the machine gun, that's the assault rifle, also works very well on distant ranges. So yeah, this is the selective random. But what I also have is, I have two weapons to spawn. The encounter managers says, hey weapons, you can only spawn one of them. The other one will die. So if this weapon is not spawned, the sniper rifle or the machine gun, the player will probably be able to get this one, which can be a Uzi or a shotgun. And because it's far from the start, the player will feel more motivated to go close range. He likes, oh, I already walked a bit. No? I already walked this path, so now it's even better if I just go close range and go killing all the enemies that appear in front of me. So it's 4 variations of weapons that can happen, and each of them can give the player a different experience. And there's also a twist. The encounter manager can also say both weapons will not spawn, but there's only 10% of chance that both weapons will not spawn. But in this level, I also wanted one weapon to be permanent, so I placed another weapon, which is this. It's a third one, and it can be a shotgun or a sniper rifle. This weapon is not referenced in the encounter manager, so it will always spawn. And alright, so the enemies spawned, the weapon spawned, the combat begins. So you go on your shooting rampage, and every time you kill an enemy, the encounter manager says, oh, 1 enemy was killed. Oh, 2 enemies were killed. Oh, 3 enemies are killed. And when all the enemies are killed, the encounter manager says to the level ender, oh, everyone died. You can now end the level. And the level ender is this other elevator. So when you kill everyone, this door opens. You can go through it and go to the next floor. And then I need to reference here which will be the next level, which will be the next floor. For example, I referenced this one. So this one will be the next level, for example. But I can reference 3 of them and it's random. So it will go to 3 different random levels. Now let's go to the fun part and play test. Alright, here we go. And that's pretty much it. It's working. Next level. Alright, so the level is pretty much working. That is super cool. But I think that I can still enhance some details here and there and make a better experience. So I'll tweak around a little bit and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so now I'm gonna show you exactly what I tweaked. The first thing that was bothering me is that the start of the level was straight up open here. So when you get out, you don't know if you look forward, if you look to the side, and that could be very confusing and you could like get shot from the side without even having any time of reacting. I know that the game has the slowdown stuff, but it was feeling unfair. So I put the start of the level right here. So when you start, you can see what's in front of you, you can shoot, and then you can see, oh, there's another path. So I think that was kind of necessary. I think it feels better this way. I also added these pillars so that if the player wants, he also can act a little more defensively, like behind the pillar. He has something to protect himself. The player has something to protect himself. The last thing that I did was tight up, straight up a little bit the level. It was feeling way too big in my opinion, and it's not the feeling that I really want. It still feels huge and distant, but it was feeling bigger than it should be in my opinion. So let's go to another playtest. Okay, so now I think that it feels pretty good, and I also think that these pillars added more personality to the level. It feels more unique than before. So yeah, now I'm pretty happy with the level. Okay, so in this video I just showed 2 of my playtests, but actually I playtested it a lot, and I highly recommend you to also playtest a lot when you design a level before you go to the polishing phase, because I changed some geometries, and if I had made it like cool graphics to it, I would have to move the geometry and the full graphics. So playtest until you're really comfortable with it, and then go to the polishing phase. So talking about it, now I'm going to add some more visual details to the level to make it more beautiful, and also to make it feel less blackout. So let's go. Alright, so I just finished polishing the level, and here is how it looks. So I added a bunch of windows, shadows, this grid style of walk path, and yeah, now let's go to our last playtest. Gotcha! Alright, so yeah, it looks cool. I think it looks also beautiful in its own way. So the level is ready, and that's pretty much my workflow. That's how I do my levels to Dev Elevate. First start with the sketch, then go to a blockout phase, and then after I'm very happy with the geometry, the gameplay and everything, then I go to the polishing phase. This game has simple graphics, so it's kinda simple to tweak things around, and that's a good thing for me because I do this game on my free time, so I have to be quick, have to be fast in everything that I do in this game. So tell me what you think about this level. I know that it's hard to tell without playing it, but tell me what you think about watching, tell me what you think about the process, and also I pretend to bring more videos to this channel, but tell me what you would like to see in the next video. For example, oh, I want to know more about Dev Elevator, I want to know about other games, about general game dev advices, or just suggest me stuff that you'd like to do that I'll think about bringing it to you. So alright, thanks a lot for watching. Follow me on Twitter, that's my main social media, and also join our Discord. I'll leave all the links in the description, and that's it.